The amber glow of sunset painted the bustling downtown streets as commuters hurried home after another workday. Among the sea of faces, Noah Williams remained invisible despite occupying the same corner for 3 years. His weathered cardboard sign and tattered army jacket told a story few bothered to read, the small coffee cup before him rarely collecting more than enough coins for a single meal. Noah hadn't always lived on these streets. Once, he'd had a home, a job at a local factory, and a family who loved him. But the factory closure, followed by his wife's illness and the mounting medical bills, had systematically dismantled the life he'd carefully built. After Sarah's passing, the grief and financial ruin had been too much to bear. His world collapsed, leaving him with nothing but memories and the clothes on his back. Today had been particularly difficult. The autumn chill had settled deep in his bones, and the earlier rain had soaked through his only pair of shoes. His stomach growled, reminding him that yesterday's half-eaten sandwich from a sympathetic bakery worker had been his last meal. As the streetlights flickered on, Noah resigned himself to another hungry night. Then a sleek black car slowed near his corner. Noah hardly glanced up, accustomed to being ignored or, worse, scorned. But the vehicle stopped completely, and a tall figure emerged. Noah's eyes widened slightly as he recognized the man approaching. Not just any passerby, but Keanu Reeves, one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, known as much for his action films as for his reputation for kindness. Noah hesitated, then summoned his courage. "Excuse me, sir," he called softly as Reeves passed. "Could you spare $5 for some food?" He hated asking, despised the desperation in his voice, but hunger had overwhelmed his pride. Keanu Reeves stopped, studied Noah for a long moment with piercing blue eyes that seemed to see beyond the dirt and despair to the man beneath. Without a word, he reached into his pocket, but instead of the expected $5 bill, he pulled out his phone. Curious onlookers had begun to gather, smartphones ready to capture whatever celebrity moment was unfolding. Reeves paid them no attention. He made a brief call, speaking too quietly for Noah to hear, then sat down beside him on the cold concrete, shocking the growing crowd of spectators. Minutes ticked by. Reeves removed his expensive jacket and draped it over Noah's shoulders, ignoring the whispers and camera flashes around them. He showed Noah something on his phone, pictures of his own life before fame, stories Noah couldn't have imagined. The actor pointed to scars on his hands that spoke of his own struggles, creating a bridge of unspoken understanding between them. 20 minutes later, a delivery truck arrived. Reeves stood, helping Noah to his feet with a gentle hand. From the truck emerged 3 men carrying boxes, not just food, but clothes, a sleeping bag, toiletries, and a prepaid phone. The crowd watched in stunned silence as Reeves helped Noah sort through these unexpected treasures, treating each item with care and respect. But Keanu Reeves wasn't finished. He led Noah to his car, opening the door for him as if he were an honored guest rather than a man who hadn't known kindness in years. The onlookers' cameras continued to flash as the unlikely pair drove away, capturing a moment that would soon circulate worldwide. They arrived at a modest hotel where Reeves had already arranged a room, not for a night, but for a month. The manager greeted Noah with the same respect shown to any guest, handing him a key card to a clean, warm space he could temporarily call his own. But the most valuable gift came as Reeves introduced Noah to a woman in a tailored suit, Sarah Jackson from the Veteran Support Foundation. Reeves had recognized the military jacket Noah wore, connecting the dots to a story he understood all too well. His own father had been a veteran who struggled after service, eventually rebuilding his life with the right support. Now, Reeves had set the wheels in motion for Noah to receive the benefits he'd earned but never claimed, for medical care he'd gone without, and for counseling to navigate the path back from his personal battlefield. Before leaving, Keanu Reeves pressed something into Noah's palm. Not the $5 he'd initially requested, but a business card with Reeves' personal number written on the back and a promise to check in the following week. It wasn't charity. It was connection, an acknowledgement of Noah's humanity that had been denied him for too long. 6 months later, Noah stood outside a different building, a veterans center where he now worked, helping others find their way back from the brink as he had. The viral images of that evening had faded from public memory, replaced by newer celebrity stories. But the impact remained, rippling outward in ways neither man could have predicted. Noah touched the small keychain in his pocket, a gift from Reeves on the day Noah moved into his new apartment. It wasn't the money or even the practical help that had saved him, though both were significant. It was the moment someone had truly seen him, recognizing the worth society had taught him to forget. As Noah welcomed a new veteran to the center, he carried forward the most important lesson from that unexpected encounter. Sometimes the greatest gift isn't what people ask for, but what they truly need: dignity, connection, and the chance to rebuild what's been lost.